What's up YouTube? Jared here, Four Guys Talking Cars. Got a little bit different video for you today. Gonna talk about the 4 reasons why you may not want to be owning a Dodge Challenger or Charger right now, especially anything with a Hemi engine, anything supercharged. Additionally, it may apply to any kind of performance vehicle, Camaro, a Corvette, or anything else like that. And frankly, you may not want to be looking at buying any new car right now. So let's get into it.
I can see my name in lights, spark from the heart and it shines so bright. Yeah, let the whole world know. Let's go, let's go.
That's good.
I can see my name in lights, ball till I fall and I'm feeling alright. Yeah, so let the whole world know. Let's go, let's go, let's go.
All right, let's get into this here. Okay, let's get real here. Let's talk about these 4 reasons you may not want to be a Dodge Charger or Challenger owner, and any of these other performance cars that are targeted by thieves. So this is number 1. The first one is a byproduct of being targeted by thieves, is that it changes the usefulness of your car. So when you have a vehicle like this that is being targeted by thieves and is being stolen at the rate that these mopars are being stolen, and I'm sure this is not the only brand out there that is being victimized right now, but it alters your ability to use it in an everyday manner. I can't take my car to the mall and park it there and feel safe. I can't just pop over for dinner someplace and grab a bite to eat. I have to think ahead of time. Do they have parking that is secure, that is monitored? Is there any kind of a valet that can take my car away someplace, safely? Not that I trust that always, but it really does on a day-to-day basis change how you go about using your car, because you can't just pop over to the store, feel safe leaving it, and come back out. So this whole phase we're in right now, where these cars are being stolen, and maybe the new software update coming from Dodge is going to help that. It's really weird, and it does weigh on your mind and change your perspective on how you use your vehicle. I don't even know if I feel safe taking it to work and parking it outside there. I'm gonna have to see when we all start going back to work, at least for me, not working from home as much. I'm gonna have to see how I feel about that. Okay, number 1 is targeted by thieves. Changes everything for me. 2, cops are targeting this. You saw in our last video where this was a subject of discussion. I have noticed just such a different demeanor with police officers that I encounter on the highway. I used to just go about my business no problem in my Pontiac G8 GXP, and that car is no slouch. Over 400 horsepower. It's got the Corvette LS3 engine in it, and it made noise. It had an aftermarket Corsa exhaust on it. However, the word is out on these, and the cops act differently. I'll give you a couple of scenarios. Let me paint 3 scenarios. And I'll use some high-tech special effects here to kind of illustrate, just for fun. The first one is kind of the peekaboo. So I'll be driving along in one of the slower lanes. I'll see a cop, and you got to keep your head on a swivel with driving this thing, because you don't want to get caught napping, daydreaming. You decide to punch it, go around somebody, boom, there's a cop there waiting for you. So the first one is, I'm in one of the slow lanes, the middle or slower lanes to the right, on a highway. I spot a cop coming down on the fast lane, the far left lane. All of a sudden, he slows down and slides behind me 3 or 4 cars back. Maybe you guys have experienced the same thing. Now he's just waiting. He's baiting me, waiting for me to do something, waiting for me to make a mistake. And of course, I'm onto it. I see him. And now I just drive, go about my business, and, you know, following me for quite a few miles until finally gets bored, realizes I'm not going to do anything. The other one is that same cop or a different cop may see that I'm in a wide body Charger Scat Pack. Same would be for a Hellcat, maybe any Hemi car, but blows past me. It goes into the right lane, the far right lane, or even the emergency lane, blows past me. You've all seen police do this where they act like they've got another emergency to go to. So blows past me, but doesn't really ignore the fact that I'm there. Goes up maybe a mile, and all he does is find the next underpass, overpass, whatever you want to call it, finds himself a nice little nook to kind of pull into, and waiting for me, figuring that, oh, I've seen him. He's out of here, you know, out of sight, out of mind. Off he goes to some other emergency, waiting for me to just punch it and do my thing in my 392 here. And then he's thinking, oh, I'll catch him at the next one. No, don't, you know, that's the other one. And then the last one is the call ahead, where it's clear and obvious. And look at this freaking traffic, guys. This is Bay Area traffic for you. You know, the cop calls ahead to one of his buddies. I see a 392 or what, you know, watch this Scat Pack, whatever. But it's clear and obvious that you pass an on-ramp and there's a cop just suddenly sitting there, who then punches it right as you pass him, slides in behind you, and just keeps tabs on you for, you know, some period of time. So I didn't used to get any of that. And I have not got a ticket in this yet, but I predict it's a matter of time. It's just a matter of time. I'm going to get caught napping at some point, and I'm going to punch the gas. I know it. So I've got to have eyes in the back of my head in these things, guys. So you got to do the same thing. Okay. The next one is pricing. And I'm talking gas prices, well documented. You got to think about that. Do you want to own a car that sucks gas like these performance cars? But on top of that, now it's the rising prices of these cars, and I'm going to flash on the screen here what this very car is going for today. Now, if you've seen some of our previous videos, and I'll put up the link here to one of those, we paid for the 2 Chargers on our channel. We paid 58 was the MSRP, but we got incentives back in February when we bought these, $3,000 or $4,000 off, so paid, you know, less than MSRP. Now the average price that folks are paying is in the mid 60s, sometimes above. It's crazy. It's crazy, and a lot of times you got to special order these. So the markup, you got to think about it. Maybe it's best to be patient right now. Okay, the last and fourth reason that you may not want to be owning one of these cars right now, and I'm going to get over here because this is ridiculous, is the fact that this chip shortage has forced manufacturers to build a huge inventory of cars that are awaiting the chips and the rest of the electronics. And I'm going to flash up a couple of things here for you to think about. And take a look at this.
This is going to cost auto workers billions. They're not telling us exactly how many units they're losing or that they're having delay, but I can tell you, from the shop floor assembly line to the showroom floors out here at dealers, everyone is adjusting. This look from Chopper 7 says it all. This is build shy, the term in the industry, building autos to the point where they need chips, set them aside until the chips come in, then they can be finished off. This lot in Downriver Flat Rock is holding hot-selling Ford pickups and SUVs.
Now, where are they storing all those cars? Those cars are being stored in huge parking lots, huge areas outdoors, where they're exposed to the elements, the sun, the wind, dust storms, whatever, other weather. How long will those cars be out there? I don't know. Indefinitely right now. It looks like, I mean, you're talking about cars, by the time those cars make it to the new car lots and get onto your dealer's lot, you're talking those things could have been sitting for 6-9 months. So all I'm saying is, and there goes a is that a GT? That's a GT Challenger or Charger, sorry. Huh, nice. You may want to think twice about that. Do you want to buy a car that's been sitting out on one of these dirt lots, and you can just look online and you can see satellite photos of just thousands of cars from all manufacturers? You're talking Ford, Chevy, Toyota, Dodge. All these manufacturers are, you know, basically airfields full of cars built. So these new cars are not coming from the factory directly on a train, truck, transport to your dealership. They have been built. They're going out to these giant storage facilities for 6-9 months, maybe longer. Anyways, guys, I'm going to wrap this video up right here. Just some thoughts for you. These are by no means to discourage you from buying the car you want to buy. Certainly, you love it, you want to get it. It didn't stop me. Of course, I wasn't faced with the current situation, but it's something to think about, guys. And just food for thought. Please go ahead and leave your comments, like and subscribe, and we will catch you on the next video. Thanks, guys.
Dang,
that's good.
Spark from the heart and it shines so bright.